And what's going on, everybody? Welcome back in here once again. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball calling play-by-play today. Doubleheader. Incredible games going down for this one as we have got the Champions Classic going on here tonight. First game at Cameron Indoor for this one. Number 8 ranked Michigan State taking on the number 6 ranked Duke Blue Devils. Phenomenal matchup between these two teams as I'll be on the call for this game. And I actually wasn't even sure. I'm so glad I'm able to call these two games for you guys. I wasn't even sure if I was going to actually call these games today because we lost power yesterday. I didn't get the power back on until like an hour and a half before I started my stream here. So finally able to get the power back just in time right before the big game here tonight as we welcome you guys out into the chat here. Alex, Coy, welcome on in. Robert, welcome on board here. Caden, appreciate it. Nag here. Jackson, Ian, back on the channel as well here. Random comments, welcome in Omar and Ken and the whole rest of the crew here right now. My man Behind the Arc fan, what's good here, brother? Bryson, welcome on board here. Is going Duke in Kentucky tonight in their matchups here. Ash, welcome on here. Once again, hope all is well, guys. As, yeah, we got college basketball play-by-play tonight here, everybody. Before you start the stream, make sure to spike that thumbs up. Goes a long way in this video. Hit that subscribe. Roger, what's good, man? Glad to have you on board once again. Ty, welcome in, man. Yeah, glad, too. I was able to get the power back on just in time, actually. I was driving by the tree trucks after I got home from work, and yeah, it didn't look too likely I was going to stream at like one point. I came home to darkness at 4:30 today, but glad that it was able to be resolved here. We were out of power for over 24 hours, so we just got it back a half an hour or an hour and a half ago. Cat fan, welcome in here. It's going for Duke in this one. Scotty Lynn, welcome on board here. Gonzaga fan, looks like, on his mom's PC as we welcome in Gonzaga fan out onto the channel for this one. Duke heads into this matchup 3.5-point favorites for this game today. They're in their home court. Michigan State heading into this game 2-0 on the season for the Spartans. First game victory over Eastern Michigan, 83-67. Foster Loyer in that game. He was the starting point guard. He had a career high 20 points, 6 for 10 from the perimeter in that one. And then in the last game, Michigan State won against Notre Dame, 80-70 the final score in that one. Joey Hauser, the transfer from Marquette, sat out last season. He had a double-double, 10 points, 16 rebounds. And also Michigan State, what was impressive about them, they had 12 blocks in their last game against Notre Dame. Aaron Henry, Marcus Bingham Jr. both had 4 blocks each in that one. And this Spartans team here, they play 9 players deep on the rosters. They have 9 players whose average 15 minutes or more here for Michigan State. Of course, passing has been the key this season. Ranked top 5 in assists per game, averaging 26.5 assists per game. They've been sharing the basketball really well throughout their first 2 games of the season. For Duke coming in, they had a tighter game than usual. Opening game, they beat Coppin State 81-71 the final. They did have 22 total turnovers in that one as they're going to have to cut back on the turnovers tonight. Very young roster, 6 freshmen for Duke, but all these freshmen are top 100 recruits. And of course, the 2 most impressive players for Duke in the first game, Jalen Johnson had a double-double, monster game from him, 19 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists and 4 blocks as well. He was a perfect 8 for 8 from the floor. And then DJ Stewart, great opening debut for him. 24 points off the bench in the season opener. He had 9 rebounds, and he made 4 3-point shots. Some big-time corner threes for Duke in the first game. So we're going to get tipped off just in a moment from now. If you guys are new, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Duke with a white home jerseys for this one. Michigan State going in the green uniforms for this one. The white numbers, white letters. As we're going to tip this one off right now. And it's going to be tipped off out of bounds. It's going to go to Duke here for the let's see, it's going to be, it got tipped out of bounds. Actually, they're going to say Michigan State here with the basketball. So Michigan State going right to left. They're going to get the ball first as the ball was tipped out of bounds. Hey, Alex Dutu, welcome on here. He's a fan of Duke. Is glad to have you in the channel here once again. Jackson, welcome on here once again. Covering North Carolina State versus Texas. I don't believe so. So I won't be covering that. I won't be covering that one. Michigan State with it. Left baseline, puts it up, and that's going to be no good. Gets blocked right there by Duke. Duke now with the first possession now. As they have the ball at the right wing. Wendell Moore, pass over to Johnson. Jalen Johnson drives into the lane on Hauser. Turnaround jumper over Hauser, no good, rattled out. And Hauser comes out with a rebound for Michigan State. 30 seconds through right now, second possession for Michigan State. At the left wing, Henry passes, ball gets intercepted here by Duke. Duke now, dribble drive inside in transition, puts it up, no good. We get a foul though, as it's going to send Wendell Moore to the free throw line, shooting 2. Clock will start with 19:21. Behind the arc fan predicting here, Duke in this one, 71-66. Louisville 3-0 for Coy. Louisville 3-0 right now. Big game going on right now against Western Kentucky. We'll keep you guys updated with what's going on throughout today's scores and everything. So free throws, first one goes down at the line by Duke. Hey, what's good? Caligaro, appreciate the man for stopping on by here. Ronnie, what's good here for stopping on by as well. 3D, what's good, man? He's taking Michigan State. Glad to have you on the channel once again, man. I won't be doing Florida against Oklahoma. That's not even a game anymore. They canceled that. Florida's taking on Boston College on, I think it's later this week. They completely changed the schedule, those two. Left, as Duke hits the second free throw. Michigan State gets the basketball back as Duke had it in transition. Missed the left corner three. It was an air ball. Rebound to Michigan State. Spartans have it. Left wing perimeter. Into the hands of Henry. Moves it over top of the key over to Rocket Watts. He played from the bench the first 2 games. Actually, Foster Lawyer, the starting point guard. That jumper no good off the back rim by Watts. But a big offensive rebound there on the floor by Hauser. Cross-court pass no good though. Intercepted by Duke. Blue Devils now with the ball. Taking it right into the lane underneath. And we're going to have another blocking foul called. It's going to send Wendell Moore right back to the free throw line. Clock will stop with 18:33. Hey, what's good? I don't know anymore. Welcome on the channel once again. Jason, what's good, brother? Appreciate it for stopping on by. And Bradley here. We get the mod squad back in here as well. Ant here as we welcome him in. Taking a frosty 10-piece spicy nugget there with a large fry for Jason with the orders going on right now. First free throw goes down at the line by Wendell Moore, Duke. So Wendell Moore, all 3 points on the board from free throws so far in this one. Hey, what's good, Chris? Welcome on the channel, man. Second free throw, that one is good as well. Perfect 4 for 4 at the charity stripe right now, all by Wendell Moore. Michigan State now with the ball. 1.5 minutes through this one. Top of the key, Henry. Henry is guarded by Moore here. Moves it over to the right wing. Into the hands of Kithier. Kithier passes out to the top here to Hauser. Slides it over left wing to Henry. Henry dribble drive inside. Dish out to the right corner. And we get another foul picked up here. It's going to be in the post. So the clock will stop with 18:13. And it's going to be charged to Duke. Their first one on Jalen Johnson here. So Michigan State's going to get the inbound. As they do, they have it at the right baseline. Pass down on top to Rocket Watts. Watts here, top of the key, as he is guarded by Stewart. That's a great matchup to watch out for today. Watts able to create separation as he went stop and pop right there straight away from the top. Able to create separation upon Stewart and hit the 3 right over him. 4-3 to score. Behind the arc fan still at school here. He's in math class, but he has free time, so he's here. Well, glad that you can join me, man. Hope all is going well with your school out there. Duke now with the basketball. Wendell Moore has it. Drives inside. Bounce pass underneath. And going to have another blocking foul here. That's going to be the 3rd personal picked up by Michigan State. A little chippiness right after the whistle as well as the clock will stop. It's going to send 2 more free throws coming up at the line by Duke. Hey, what's good, Landon? Welcome in, man. He is ready for tonight for Kentucky's big game. Kentucky-Kansas going down right after this one tonight. I'm going to be covering that one as well. So, first free throw, that's good at the line by DJ Stewart. Bradley here is watching Louisville. They're up against Western Kentucky. Wow, by 14 with 8 minutes left. Man. I honestly thought that would be closer than that. Both of the free throws go down by Stewart at the line. Duke with all 6 points at the free throw line in this one. Michigan State now with the basketball. They have a top of the key. Hauser. Pass over to Watts. Takes another 3 straight away. No good off the mark. A rebound back to Duke. Blue Devils have it. 17-18 left to go first half in this one. Duke drives inside once again, and they keep on allowing Michigan State to commit fouls there right in the post as MSU picks up their 4th foul early on. We're not even 3 minutes through this one. Hey, happy birthday to Roger's dog out there. 16 years old today. Wishing your dog a happy birthday. 2 shots here. Jalen Johnson at the line. First free throw. No good. Rattled right out. Jalen Johnson, so impressive in that first game against Coppin State. 19 points, 19 rebounds in that one in his Duke debut. Second free throw. Johnson knocks that one down. All 7 points at the line in this one by Duke. 17-10 left to go first half. Michigan State now with the ball. So they have it at the right wing. Rocket Watts drives inside. Oh, nice pass to the left corner. Moves it out to a wide open 3 straight away. Top of the key. And Hauser couldn't get it. Gets it right back. Goes inside. And that's going to be an offensive foul. 5th personal picked up by Michigan State right there. Off the offensive rebounds. Joey Hauser just tried to drive inside with the ball and ran over a Duke defender. And Duke right underneath took the charge. It was Jalen Johnson right there, number 1 gun in great position, able to take the charge. And Duke will have the basketball back, and Hauser, already 2nd personal, is going to take a seat on the bench right now. So Joey Hauser, leading rebounder for Michigan State through 2 games, averaging 12.5 rebounds per game, and he is in quick foul trouble here through the first 3 minutes. Duke now with a jumper. Jalen Johnson, no good, hit the front rim, ball tapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Spartans here, so Duke will have it back with 16:44. 17 turnovers forced by Louisville against Western Kentucky. Wow, that's impressive there by the Louisville defense today. Duke gets the inbound. Ball's on the ground, but they're able to get it right back, though. Matthew Hurt able to dive on it, passes over to his teammate, drives right there, right baseline, and Jeremy Roach going to put it up and in. That's good for 2 off the backboard. First bucket by Duke today right there off a layup by Jeremy Roach. 9-3 to score. 16:20 left to go in the first half. Michigan State now with the basketball. Bounce pass to the left wing perimeter. Spartans have it. So they're going to hand it off now into the hands of Watts. Watts with it. Dribbles at the left wing, guarded by Stewart. It's a good matchup today between those 2 teams as he moves it over to Langford. Joshua Langford hadn't played since 2019 and missed that shot right there at the right baseline. Langford started the last 2 games. Duke in transition, going to pass up the court. Jalen Johnson behind the defense, lays it up and in. Duke looking good so far. 11-3 to score. 15:50 left to go. Yeah, Providence doing well against Davison. 33-23. Thanks so much for the update, Behind the Arc fan. Appreciate it, brother. We'll give you guys a couple scoreboard updates in a little bit. Actually, we'll do that now. We're just going to go to our first time out now. So let's see here. Welcome in on the channel. Goody. What's good, man? Hope all is well. We're going to take a timeout right now in this one, and we'll be back in a little bit so far in this game. Jose, welcome on here. He's at work with his mom right now, it looks like. Hope all is going well today, Jose. Alright, so right now we're going to go on a timeout. If you guys are new in this channel, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified about future live streams here. I cover play-by-play basketball games, college games, NBA games in the channel here. Wasn't even sure if I was going to stream this game because I lost power when I got home yesterday, and then I had no power as well when I got home today, and then an hour and a half before this stream started, I finally got my power back. So luck with me right there that I was able to get lucky for this one, and hopefully we'll have 2 really good streams tonight with this one and then Kansas versus Kentucky right afterwards. Brian, welcome on here once again, man. We got Raptor here. What's good, bud? Currently working on a design here. No problem, man. If you can't make the rest of the game here, he's going to be back. That should be hopefully a good one later today. Hopefully Kentucky doesn't get blown out there by 20 or 30 against Kansas. I think that's going to be close in that game. Kentucky nowhere played their best against Richmond on Sunday, and I expect a bounce-back game from Kentucky. Actually, if I was to predict these 2 games today, I predicted Michigan State in this one, 74-69, and then I predicted in the next game. I actually had Kentucky 76-73 over Kansas, so I think Kentucky's going to have a much-needed bounce-back game in the next one, but we'll see. So far, Michigan State just really struggling. 1 for 8 shooting from the floor, and Duke is 2 for 5 shooting in this one. Able to able to put Michigan State in quite a bit of foul trouble so far in this game. Spartans have picked up 5 team fouls, 2 by Kithier, 2 by Joey Hauser in this one so far, as he sat on the bench right before the timeout. Leading score for Duke, 4 points by Wendell Moore, 3 points by Jalen Johnson, 2 by Stewart, 2 by Roach. And for Michigan State, only player with 3 points, Rocket Watts, off a 3-point shot from the top of the key. Quick scoreboard update going on right now. Providence was leading 22-8 at one point against Davison. That score has got cut down here to 6 now. 33-27 Providence in the Maui Invitational losers bracket side going on right now. Dayton Flyers, they were crushing Eastern Illinois early on in that game. Eastern Illinois as well coming back. Dayton leads it still 35-31. And then Louisville just dismantling Western Kentucky 59-45. But Charles Bassey, he is so impressive here for Charles Bassey. 13 points, 15 rebounds by Bassey, along with 5 blocks. If I'm going to check to see if Travion Hollingsworth is playing in that game, because if he's not playing in that game, that has something to do why that game is like out of control or so. So 11-3 the scores. We are right back into a Michigan State had the ball, but Duke got it right back and got a quick bucket there. So Duke with a bucket there, and it's 13-3. Approaching 15 minutes left to go. 3-point shot. Michigan State no good. Hit the front rim by Gabe Brown, and Duke's going to come up with a rebound. Duke has it. Drives inside. Floats it up. We got contact in the fall. That's going to be another fall picked up. This time it's by Foster Lawyer. Michigan State picks up that one. It's going to send Duke to go to the free throw line coming up. Hey, no problem. No problem, Brian. Hey, we welcome in Ant here onto the stream. Once again, 13-3 the score. We got 15 minutes left to go first half. Michigan State gets back to basketball. Cat fan thinks Kentucky will win against Kansas as well, looks like. We'll see. Should be a good game there. 3-point shot, Lawyer, no good. They are struggling right now from the floor, trying to get any sort of rhythm going on for Michigan State. Duke gets the rebound, takes it up the court, and we get another foul picked up underneath. Clock will stop once again, 14:38, and it's going to be an offensive foul this time. Jordan Goldwire runs right over Foster Lawyer. Lawyer takes the charge. Yeah, Georgetown has just got a really rough team this year. They lost so much, so it doesn't shock me that they're losing against Navy right now. So 13-3 the score. Michigan State with the basketball, top of the key. Yes, this is the first time I played fantasy basketball, so we just started a league. Like, really recently we started a fantasy basketball league. Michigan State takes the jumper, no good off the mark. Goldwire gets the basketball. Moves over past half court into the hands of Wendell Moore. Dribbles now with the right elbow. Moore, though, lost control of the basketball here. Michigan State with a steal. One man to beat, able to get past him to the bucket. Lays it up and in. That is good for 2 by Aaron Henry. So able to get points off a turnover right there by Michigan State. 13:50 left to go first half. Hey, what's good, Hatzel? Welcome on the channel. This game's over on ESPN. So I believe you can get it over on the ESPN app. Should be able to go. Duke took a 3-point shot. That one's no good. Rebound to the Spartans here. Lawyer slides over top of the key. Michigan State takes the 3, and they've been hot on 3-point shots throughout their first 2 games, but today they are missing from the 3-point mark in this one. That one was way off, and Duke gets another rebound. Duke now has it. At the top here into the hands of Moore. 13:15 left to go. Also 15 on the shot clock. Moore has it at the top of the key. 10 on the shot clock for Moore. Still dribbles around the perimeter. Passes it off now to the top here to Matthew Hurt. Hurt backing his way inside. Turnaround jumper. That one's up. No good off the back iron. Hurt missed it. Ball tipped up in the air. Rebound by Malik Hall here, Michigan State. Michigan State has it. They missed their last 11 attempts out of 13 from the floor here for Michigan State. They're going to float it up right baseline. They get that one. That's their only that's only their third shot they've made so far in this game here. 13-7, 6-point game, 12:40 left to go. When's this game for this stream going to end? I think it's going to be around like 9:30 or so. And then the other game, Kentucky-Kansas, going to start like, I think it's around like 25, 30 minutes. Or actually no, because they're not playing on the same court. That's right. That one's supposed to start around 9:30. Usually they have the Champions Classic at the same court, but not this year. 13-7 to score. Michigan State right corner three. No good off the mark. Rebound back over to Duke as Duke has the basketball. Stewart passes over to Goldwire here. And Michigan State struggling from the perimeter. That's where they're 1 for 8 so far. Stewart has it at the right wing. Stewart got 4 triples in the season opener against Coppin State. Stewart has it at the top of the free throw circle. Going to float one up. That one's no good. Battle for the rebound, and Michigan State will get it right back. So Spartans moved up the court. 2-on-1 pass underneath to Malik Hall. Going to get fouled there. Clock will stop with 11:46. And this actually might have been on Michigan State here as we take a look at it. They pushed it right off. Yeah, that's going to be on Michigan State there. So that's their 15th fall in transition. Actually, they pushed right off in transition. So this one is going to appear to go to Duke after the break. All right, 13-7 here in this one so far. As right now we're on another timeout. Let's see. Bradley puts out. Is he glad that Braden traded him his man, Donovan Mitchell? He got there. Yeah, that was pretty much an equal trade that you got out of that right there. So you got the GOAT on your team right now. Ty here went to school, talked to his friends, Kansas fancy. Started talking about how Kansas is going to blow out Kentucky in this one today. I think that game's going to be close. Nowhere do we see the best of Kentucky on Sunday. I bet you we're going to see a much better Kentucky team tonight against Kansas. And Kansas has been struggling defensively for Kansas. They were a top 10 defense last year, and they gave up 102 against Gonzaga, and then they allowed like a good amount of points as well, like over 70 against St. Joseph's. So I think I actually took Kentucky in that game, 76-73 for my prediction. So I think Kansas is going to start out with a 1-2 record. Who do I think is going to win tomorrow? Oregon and Missouri. I'll take Oregon there in the tight one. I think that's going to be pretty close, though, but I'm going to take Oregon in that one. Missouri's got some really good games that they should be even against teams. They got Boston College as well. Boston College played against St. John's yesterday. That game was, man, I was listening to that one in the dark because we get the local radio station, so we had a power outage yesterday, so that's why I couldn't stream. And I was listening to that, and that was a crazy comeback in that one. Yeah, Baylor might lose sometime this week. I feel like Baylor might lose either tomorrow or it's going to be on Saturday there because Gonzaga looks absolutely lethal. Hey, what's good, Daniel? Welcome in, man, for stopping on by here. I appreciate it. Favorite football team's the Patriots. I'm from Massachusetts, so I'm a big Boston sports fan. Patriots, Celtics, Red Sox, Bruins. Let's see here a quick scoreboard update. Louisville up against Western Kentucky, 62-49. Providence leading Davison. My man Vegas, welcome in, man. Providence looking good so far. 35-27 up against Davison. They were up much more earlier on in that game. Dayton leading Eastern Illinois 38-33. And tight game here. I'll keep you guys posted on this one. This is a good matchup. Oklahoma State leading Marquette 32-31 is the score in that one. So I try to see her. I'm going to bring up the Cade Cunningham count if I can get that up here in just a moment. So that's a really close game there between those two teams. Let's see. Cade Cunningham today, he's got 6 points so far, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And that one still early on with about 2:15 left to go in the first half. And Navy trying to close it out against Georgetown, 76-66. So we are back after break in this one. 11.5 left to go first half. Duke now with the basketball. Passes over left corner perimeter. Blue Devils have it. As that's Jamin Brakefield. Passes underneath over to Jalen Johnson. Nice move to the bucket right there. As JJ puts up the reverse handle layup. That's good for 2. Michigan State ball. Pass inside. That one gets stolen away. Mental lapse by the Spartans. And Duke goes in transition. They missed the layup though. Roach. No good off the top of the backboard. Rebound back over to Michigan State. Michigan State has it at the left wing into the hands of Joshua Langford. Left baseline dribble for him. Passes over. Ball gets tipped. Deflected. Great steal by Duke here. They got a 3-on-2 as well. They're going to set it up though. Roach with the ball at the left corner. Moves it over to the top of the key as it was Brakefield back over to Roach. Roach has it, 10:50 left to go. That was a great steal there by Duke just a moment ago. Roach slides it over to the left wing. Duke has it by 8. With the basketball is Jalen Johnson at the left elbow, looking to pass it. Pass inside over to the cutter there. Couldn't finish, but gets fouled, and Jamin Brakefield got to go to the free throw line for Duke, shoot 2. Yeah, Cade Cunningham looking like a future #1 pick. Jalen Suggs improving in his stock indeed. He looks like a top 5 pick right now for Jalen Suggs, and Jalen Johnson too. Future star in the making. This class is stacked here. Zaire Williams had a great debut yesterday too for Stanford. Aunt Rodriguez, welcome on the channel once again. Appreciate it for stopping on by. First free throw, no good at the line by Jamin Brakefield of Duke. Yeah, Ty wishes that St. Louis got an NBA team. Maybe someday, man. Someday I feel like they definitely deserve one. 16-7 the score as Brakefield makes the second one. Michigan State trailing by 9 to get the basketball. Henry has it, dribbles at the top of the free throw circle, takes the jumper. Henry got it. Lamario, what's good, man? He's going out for Duke in this one. Glad to have you on the channel once again, man. Duke now with the ball. They lead by 7, approaching the 10-minute mark left to go first half. Blue Devils at the right wing. Jeremy Roach moves it over to the left wing here. Duke has it as they dribble with Brakefield, and Michigan State's going to pick up another foul. It's going to send Duke here into the bonus for the first time today. Let's see here. I saw something about the Seahawks game from yesterday. Seahawks have just looked really good this season for Seattle, so didn't surprise me that they beat the Eagles yesterday. I didn't watch that game yesterday because I actually lost my power. It was 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and I got it back like an hour and a half before I started my stream. Luckily there. I looked at work today. It said that I wouldn't have my power back till midnight. As Duke missed the free throw at the bonus, Michigan State took it up the court. The ball got stolen away here. Duke going to go in transition. They're going to lay it up and in off the backboard. That's good for 2 by the Blue Devils. 18-9 the score. Points off of turnovers, and Jamin Brakefield able to cash in on that one. Michigan State has it. At the right wing into the hands of Julius Marble. Passes over inside to Henry. Hands it over to Marble into the post. Marble puts it up, and we're going to have a foul here on the court. It's going to be committed by Duke. Clock will stop once again. I work at a radio station. It's in Massachusetts, in my home state of Mass. So that's actually what I went to college for radio production. It's what I went to college for, and I got my degree in college 3 years ago. And that's actually what I work as for my job. I work as a production director. So Julius Marble here at the free throw line for Michigan State, shooting 2. First free throw, got it. And it took them over 10 minutes to finally get 10 points on the board for Michigan State. Really cold start here for the Spartans in this game as they're shooting the ball only 4 for 16 from the floor. Hey, what's good, Steven? Welcome on here once again. Boston College has a good future for football, likes their head coach. That's huge. I remember when I was in middle school, they used to have a couple good years there when Matt Ryan was playing for BC, and then throughout the past decade, they just haven't been like a sports school or so, but that's great to see. I saw that game when they took Clemson down to the wire back in October. 18-11 now the score. Michigan State made both of them at the line by Marble. Duke has in the key, takes the jumper, no good off the mark. Rebound Michigan State. Spartans have it at the left wing. Henry with the ball, right-handed hook shot, and another foul picked up here. Clock will stop. 9:14 left to go. Roger lives in New Jersey. Wish New Jersey had an NBA team because he lives there. They had the Nets, and then they got the Brooklyn Nets now, but yeah, basically New Jersey sports are all in New York because it's New York City area serves New Jersey as well. Michigan State has it right back, takes a right corner 3, and that one's off the mark, no good. They get the offensive rebound though. They're going to set it back up on the top. Drives inside for Michigan State with a left hand. Missed that layup, and they tip it back to get another offensive rebound. Watts has it at the left wing. Rocket Watts dribbling here. Still with the basketball for Michigan State. 8:45 left to go. Moves over to the right wing perimeter. Dribbles now at the right elbow floater, and that one's no good. Not any quality looking shots here for Michigan State. They're not attacking the bucket. They're going for like jump shots, off balance shots, and they're not even close so far. 8.5 left to go. Duke basketball now. Duke at the top here into the hands of Joey Baker. Moves over to Moore. Wendell Moore has it. 12 on the shot clock. Moore passes back over to the sharpshooter. Takes the three. No good off the mark. DJ Stewart. He had a great game from three against Coppin State. Hit down 4 triples. Michigan State has it back. Bounce pass inside here for the Spartans. Turnaround jumper, and they got that one to fall. Julius Marble right there for the mid-range. Turnaround knocked it down. It's a 5-point game. Michigan State hanging in there because of their defense right now, but just it's been a struggle trying to get any sort of offense going on in this one. Yeah, USC football, that is just, they used to be so good. I remember that in the 2000s. They were incredible. Left corner three, no good by Duke, but Michigan State in transition right there with a huge slam. Malik Hall throwing it down, and he was also fouled from behind as well. Hall's going to go to the free throw line, and he also awkward falling that one by Hall. Good to see that he's able to get up. Right in transition, needed some points. Rocket Watts pass up the court over to Hall, and that was just, yeah, an awkward slip after hanging right onto the rim. Just face belly first right down on the ground. So it looks like we're going to go to another timeout here, taking in this one 18-15 so far. So we'll be back after the timeout. Yeah, no problem, Roger. Glad to have you on here, man, and I'll check you out on the next stream. Yeah, I'm shocked that he didn't get, like, more injured from that. I've seen a couple of those similar ones in the NBA, and those were pretty bad. Jaylen Brown and that type of fall in one of the playoff games. I think it was either the Raptors or the Heat series. He had one of those falls, and it looked bad at first. He got up, like, really slow. That could have been just tragic there. But good to see Malik Hall able to get back up. Michigan State struggling all throughout this game from the floor, trying to get any sort of offense going on. 6 for 21 shooting, 1 for 9 from the perimeter. Rocket Watts get the only 3-point shot at the top of the key. Duke in this one as well, they've been struggling as of late. They were early on in this game getting points off of transition, going to the free throw line, and as of late, they've been missing a lot of shots allowed. Michigan State to creep right back into this down by 3. 5 for 18 shooting by Duke, 29% from the floor. And yeah, this is going to be a grind for this game. This is kind of reminding me of last year's season opener there, Duke against Kansas. That was like a grind in the last one. Seahawks last night there. I didn't watch the game because I lost power yesterday, but I was listening to a little bit on the radio, and it doesn't surprise me that they beat the Eagles right there. But I'm gonna say that the Packers gonna go to the Super Bowl. But I think the Seahawks are going to make it to the NFC Championship game. So, yeah, Ant's got Packers-Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. And also, yeah, I got the same two as well, Steelers-Chiefs there. So, I think, so Packers-Chiefs in the Super Bowl is my prediction. And then I'll go with the Chiefs once again for the Super Bowl. So, Scotty Lindsay here, football standings for Gonzaga fan for NFC North. Packers 11-5, Vikings 9-7, Bears 7-9, Lions 6-9-1 as they fire Matt Patricia now. Hey, Alex Dude2, what's up, man? Couple scoreboard updates here. Navy has won against Georgetown. That's embarrassing. So, Georgetown from the Big East loses against Navy from the Patriot League. 78-71 the final score there. Louisville up against Western Kentucky. They'll close it out in the final 40 seconds. 73-52 there. Remaining in that one. As far as other games going on right now, Maui Invitational. Providence leads at halftime against Davison. Closer game, though, as Davison's crept right back in. 35-31 Providence. And Dayton up against Eastern Illinois, 38-33. At halftime, Marquette leads Oklahoma State 35-32. So, right before the timeout, Malik Hall was fouled from behind. He's going to go to the free throw line here, and he'll shoot one. So that free throw, no good. they're actually going to give him another one after the foul as well. So he's going to have another free throw as well. And that one missed also by Malik Call. So 0 for 2 that trip. And Michigan State will get the inbound. So there was a late technical assess to that. So that's why I got the extra one. Late technical assess to Duke right after that was over. Didn't see that before we were heading into break, as we got that right after we came back from the timeout. So Michigan State gets the ball. Hauser checks into the game with 2 fouls as they move it over to the right elbow. Floater taken, no good by Michigan State. Missed that one. And Duke gets the rebound. Duke by 3, 7:20 left to go. Roach passes back to the top here, as Wendell Moore puts it into the hands of Roach once again. Dribbles towards his right, hands it over to Stewart. And they're going to call stoppage in time here. It's going to be against Duke on the court there for a turnover. So Duke right there with a turnover away from the basketball. It's going to go back to Michigan State. 7:10 left to go in the first half in this one. Michigan State has it right back. Kithier, top of the key. Moves it over into the hands of Rocket Watts. Rocket with only 3-point shots so far in this game. So he dribbles to the right corner perimeter. Pass over to the top here, as that's Hauser. Moves it over to the left baseline. They're going to call Michigan State there with a travel with the basketball. So Duke will get it right back. 2 turnovers here, back-to-back by both teams. Yeah, Louisville's dismantling Western Kentucky right now. I did not expect that at all. But let's see here. Western Kentucky, yeah, they got their 2 best players, so did not expect them to beat them like that bad. But I just need like a more quality victory out of Louisville there. Like, and Wisconsin would be that one. For Louisville to get into the top 25, they would need to beat Wisconsin in order to be there. That 3-point shot, that's up, and that's good by Duke. 21-15 the score, 6:20 left to go. Jamin Brakefield with a triple. Michigan State has it right back. Drives inside, puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound, Duke has it. Edwin, what's good, man? Glad to have you stop on board here. Duke with the basketball in transition. Right corner 3, it's open, no good. Off the mark as they missed it by Brakefield. He hit 2 3-point shots already today. Ball got tapped to the bounce off the rebound. It's going to be Duke ball here with 6:07. So Louisville is eligible for this tournament. So Louisville is eligible. The only 2 teams so far that's not eligible is Auburn and Oklahoma State. So those are the 2 right now. And I think Stephen F. Austin, they decided that it's going to be next year. So 2022 they have a tournament ban for Stephen F. Austin, but not this year. Michigan State picked up another foul on the rebounds. It came in as a late call there, so it's going to send Duke here into the bonus at the free throw line. First shot's up, that one's good. Second free throw by Duke, that one's up and good. 23-15 the score. Hey, what's good? Chicago Bulls 1-2-3. Welcome to the channel, man. It's been a really low-scoring game. Yeah, we're 14 minutes through right now, and Michigan State's only got 15 points on the board. Michigan State with the ball now. Aaron Henry moves over to Hauser. Right corner 3, takes it. He sinks it. That's the reason why they got him right here. Shot the ball at over 40% from the floor at Marquette from 3-point range. 40% plus from 3-point range at Marquette when he spent his time there. And he is averaging a double-double right now through 2 games. Duke up the court quick, and they get the bucket right there up and in. Matthew Hurt now with 6. Michigan State has it right back. 5.5 left to go. Pass over to Watts. Has it at the left wing perimeter. Rocket Watts, left baseline dribble, puts it up, and he scores right there underneath. That's a tough bucket by Rocket Watts to draw winning 5. 5:10 left to go in the first half. If you guys enjoyed the stream, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub, ring that notification bell as well. Everybody, let's go here as I cover play-by-play basketball games and behind the arc basketball. Duke took it into the key. They tried to float up. Shot got blocked. Michigan State takes the jumper. That one is up, and that one is good. Deep 2 going down right there by Sparty. Puts it a 3-point game with 4:50 left to go. What's good here from Argentina? Welcome on the channel, man. Andrew, appreciate it, brother, for stopping on by. Duke has the basketball at the right wing. Into the hands of Wendell Moore. Takes the jumper. That one's no good off the mark. And the ball gets rebounded by Michigan State. Stop and pop jumper. No good. Too high off the back rim. Fight for the rebounds. As Michigan State stepped out of bounds with it at the baseline. So Duke will have it back here. Let's see. Top 5 teams, if I had to predict here right now so far. Baylor, Gonzaga, Illinois, Iowa, and then Wisconsin. So that's what I got for my top 5 here. Baylor, Gonzaga, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin. Illinois played a really close game against Ohio, but they closed it out. Io DeSunu knows how to close out games. And that was more of like a wake-up call there for Illinois, but that's a huge game tomorrow. Cannot wait to call that one, Illinois-Baylor. That should be incredible. Yep, top 25 rankings come out every Monday at noontime. Hey, welcome in here, Mullet. Glad to have you in the channel. Yes, I remember you. Graham, welcome in here. Don't spam the chat, Graham, but I remember you as well. 25-22, 4:19 left to go. First half in this one. Michigan State picked up a foul underneath. It's going to send Duke right back to the free throw line. First shot, Duke got it. They lead by 4. DJ Stewart, leading scorer for Duke on Saturdays against Coppin State. He had 24. Second free throw coming up. Stewart knocks them both down. And Stewart so far in this game he has got 3 points so far in this one. 27-22. Michigan State goes inside the post. And they're going to put one up. That's good for 2. Back over to Duke. Goldwire now with the basketball. It has it at the left wing perimeter. As he is guarded by Henry. Goldwire moves it over to the right wing into the hands of Stewart. Turns the corner, drives inside. Stewart gets fouled once again. And DJ Stewart back to the free throw line. 4 seconds left to go. Or 4 minutes left remaining in this one. Do I think that Louisville should have been ranked this week? I will say no to that because Seton Hall is not a top 25 team. Seton Hall is more like a top 40 or so, like around that 35 to 45 area. Who I was shocked that wasn't ranked this week had to be San Diego State and St. Louis. Especially St. Louis, underappreciated in the rankings there, that St. Louis was. As we'll go on another timeout here, 27-24. Who's taking the championship? Right now I got Gonzaga. Gonzaga just looks so good. I can't wait for Saturday, Gonzaga-Baylor. That should be an incredible game between those two teams. And Baylor's been able to hit threes from their first 2 games so far. But they're going to have stiffer competition coming up for sure. Because what they played so far is just some really bottom-of-the-barrel competition. Washington might be one of the worst power conference teams this year, all college basketball. Washington this year is so bad. Hey, what's good, Vaughn? Welcome on the channel once again, man. Glad to have you on board. I actually wasn't even sure if I was going to stream today. We lost power here for like 24 hours before the stream. I wasn't able to stream yesterday because I lost power. We had a massive storm, but I was shocked we actually got it back like an hour and a half before the stream. I got home from work. I actually didn't have any power, and then about an hour later, we were able to get power right back. But yeah, no problem that you're late, man. Some of the teams get like bans from the NCAA tournament due to like bribery scandals. So like former assistants, like taking money like under the table and stuff. And these things, like why they're getting like NCAA tournament bans now, it's just unfortunate to the teams. Because some of these things happened like back in like 2017 or so, like 3-4 years ago. These things happened with assistant coaches that's no longer, and there's a bunch of teams that's up still being investigated about that. LSU and Arizona, like the 2 main teams that's still being like under investigated currently. But they found so far with Auburn just recently they found, and then it was Stephen F. Austin in the springtime. And then it's definitely, oh yeah, Oklahoma State with the assistant. That was from 3 years ago. And then Oklahoma State. Is URI good this year? I don't think they can be an NCAA tournament team, but I think they're gonna keep on improving this year. I think they can land in the NIT for URI. A10 is stacked. How the A10 is played so far this week, it's so impressive. I see St. Louis and Richmond in the tournament. But URI's got 5 transfers on their team, so it's going to take a while to come together, just like how they missed a bunch of free throws first 2 games against Arizona State and BC, but they've really got it together there. They get a big game coming up against Seton Hall, too, this week. So they get that game, and then they did have BC, and then they took the game off BC because they already played them on the schedule. So we're back into action here. Michigan State had the ball. They're going to take the jumper mid-range. They knock it down. 29-26 the score. 3.5 left to go in the first half. Duke jumper. That one's no good. Goldwire missed that. Rebound back to Michigan State. Spartans. Bounce pass underneath. Able to get behind the defense. Missed the layup, though. No good, but they get the offensive rebound. They pass it back wide open. Foster Lawyer takes the 3, and he knocks it down. We're tied up at 29. Lawyer hit 6 triples in the season opener against Eastern Michigan. Timeout by Coach K here with 3:14 remaining. Michigan State heating up as of late. That was a huge offensive rebound. It should be right now 29-28 because Michigan State missed a wide open easy layup, and they were lucky they got their own offensive rebound. Duke was able to come back defensively, swarm underneath, and then Foster Lawyer got wide open and received the pass from inside to where you were standing at the perimeter and knocked it down. Yeah, SEC teams have been so disappointing so far. Alabama got crushed yesterday against Stanford. I thought that could have been a close matchup there, and Alabama got destroyed. LSU lost to St. Louis. St. Louis is really good. And St. Louis was without 2 of their starters for that game. St. Louis is really good. They have the chance to be an Elite 8. Like, I see them being an Elite 8 team. They are that good. They're tough. They're gritty. They can rebound. And if they can just improve their free throws to the line, they're going to be a tough out there to tournament. I see them being a deep run. 29-29. We're back to action. 3 minutes left to go. Yes, Stephen F. Austin was really impressive last year. Michigan State now with the basketball, top of the key. Henry moves it over now inside in a tie game. Spin move underneath, and Michigan State takes the lead. Julius Marble there, able to go spin move inside the post and put it up and in off the backboard. The first lead tonight by Michigan State. They trailed by 10 at one time in this first half. Duke now has it. 2.5 left to go here before half. They have it at the top of the key for the Blue Devils into the hands of Matthew Hurt. Slides over to the right wing to Goldwire. Pass inside now to Hurt. Underneath, Hurt's going to put it up, and he puts it through, up and in, off the glass. That's good for 2. Tie game up here. 2:10 left to go first half. Michigan State now has it at the top here. Henry with the basketball. Henry, pro hop, floats it up. We get a foul picked up. It's going to be on Duke as the clock will stop, and it's going to send Michigan State now to the free throw line. They're going to be in the bonus. Yeah, Texas has to play UNC tomorrow in the final game, and then if UNC in Texas, and then Villanova on Sunday as well. Yeah, Providence Davison's close there. Providence cannot afford to lose that game. Oh man. Yeah, Providence up 42-39, and Davison played close yesterday against Providence. Tie game up at 31. Michigan State was in the bonus at the line. They missed the free throw. Rebound Duke. Duke has it now at the right corner perimeter. Pass down on top here into the hands of Wendell Moore. Moore takes the 3 straight away. That one's off the back rim. No good. We get a fall here right underneath. Bodies colliding. It's going to be Joshua Langford. He was on the floor with Hurt. And that will be Matthew Hurt who picks up the fall away from the basketball. So Michigan State once again in the 1-1 bonus. Yeah, no way they're going to the NIT with Duke. That would be a huge shocker there. So yeah, St. Louis looks so lethal. They they have just top to bottom a great roster for St. Louis. A lot of people are sleeping on St. Louis. I actually got to watch them play against URI last year at URI, and yeah, they were so impressive. They controlled that game right from the start. It all depends on what matchup they get, though. If they're put early on in the bracket for St. Louis, say if they're an 8 seed and they have to take on Gonzaga, if it's that part of the bracket, then they only get to the round of 32. That's it for St. Louis. But depending on the matchups, they could very well make a deep run there if they're able to get those matchups. 33-31, Michigan State hits both of the free throws to the line. Duke has it right back. At the right wing with Stewart. Stewart at the top of the key, minute 25 left to go. Pass over to Wendell Moore, takes the three, no good, hit the front rim, and Michigan State grabs the rebounds. Michigan State now has it, pass up the court, drives inside with the left hand, puts it up and in. Off the glass, Aaron Henry for 2, and they get their largest lead of the game by 4. Henry now, double figures, he's got 10. Duke has it at the top, Stewart. Pass over to the right wing. Roach moves it inside here, right baseline. Bounce past the Roach, back outside the Stewart. Shot fake. Drives to the bucket there, puts it up. Shot gets blocked and ball's on the ground. Michigan State has it. As the clock will stop as well. 54.8 left to go and a timeout taken right there. Heads up basketball by Michigan State off the block. And they get that ball on the ground, sitting on the grounds. And they took a heads up timeout there with the ball. Thoughts on the Pac-12 this year? Well, Stanford in the first game against Alabama, they looked really impressive. And Zaire Williams had a great game in his opening night debut. UCLA, disappointing. Arizona State, disappointing in the game against Villanova. Thought that would be much closer, but Arizona State, there's a lot of question marks defensively with them. They're going to be a fun team to watch because they know how to score points there, and They should be like a back half top 25 team. They're just not going to be like a really solid defensive team there for Arizona State. A lot of questions in the front court for the Sun Devils. But I think Stanford's the team on the rise right now in the Pac-12. And as far as the other teams, a lot of weaker teams out in the Pac-12. Washington's really disappointing so far. Might be one of the worst power conference teams this season. Washington and Kansas State. It's pretty bad. And Georgetown, too. Losing the Navy today. Right baseline jumpers. We're back into it. Michigan State knocks it down. 37-31 the score. 6-point game. Julius Marble hit that. And Duke getting cold as a late here. As Michigan State's got out to quite a bit of a run in this game. They were down by 10 and now up by 6. 17 points off the bench by Sparty here as they play with 9 players deep on this roster, averaging over 15 minutes plus. Duke now has it. Pass inside, Stewart. Over to Hurt, right baseline jumper, takes it, he makes it. Hand in the face right there by Matthew Hurt. That's a big-time shot to put it winning 4. 2 seconds left to go, deep 3, pull-up J from the parking lot, top of the key, but Michigan State off the mark. Henry missed it. As we're going to go into halftime in this one, 4-point game. Good one so far. At the half here. Duke controlled it throughout most of the time in this first half, but Michigan State late rise in this one. And it's led to why the Spartans up by 4 here at the half as they struggled early on trying to generate any sort of offensive production in this game, but as of late able to hit some big time shots. Only 3 3-point shots in this one. Foster Lawyer hit a big one though from the left wing, able to get open. As he's got 3 from the bench, same as Joey Hauser. 17 points off the bench total by Michigan State in this one. The leading scorer so far, Aaron Henry. He has got 10 points for the Spartans. Leading the way for Duke, Matthew Hurt. He has got 10 for Duke. Stewart with 6. And Michigan State holding Jalen Johnson right now to only 5 points and 1 rebound. So, at halftime, currently in this one. Cold game shooting. Duke at 30%. Michigan State at 42% so far in the first half. So right now at halftime, if you guys are new here, make sure to spike that thumbs up, and that like helps out this video a ton. Hit the subscribe as well. Ring that notification bell if you like to be notified about future live streams also here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Taking a look right now, scoreboard update for everybody. What's going on throughout today here. We'll take a look, final scores first here. As far as how today's going on college basketball. Number 4, Wisconsin, just destroying Green Bay today, 82-42 the final score there. Tyler Wall had a double-double for Wisconsin, 11 points, 15 rebounds by him. Number 9, Creighton, all over Omaha today. We got a lot of local matchups. Marcus Zegarowski, he should be in the running for National Player of the Year candidate there for Zegarowski. 11 points. So unselfish by him, man. 11 assists by Marcus Zegarowski today, playing total team basketball, putting up 94 for the Blue Jays. Number 12, Villanova over Hartford, 87-53. Number 15, Virginia over St. Francis, Pennsylvania, 76-51 the final there. And how about other games going down? Shocking games like this at USC. Blowing out BYU. That is a momentum builder for USC. They look impressive right now. 3-0 for Southern Cal. Evan Mobley looking good. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. As they were just all over BYU. And what I thought BYU would be NCAA tournament team at the back half. Like towards the bubble. Hey, thanks so much, Ty. Really appreciate it, man. See, we are building up on the road to 10K here. King Joe, what is up, man? Hope all is well here. Other games going down. Washington, terrible loss against UC Riverside. That is bad. 57-42 the final. 42 points against UC Riverside. That is it. Ouch for Washington there. North Carolina over Stanford. UNC versus Texas tomorrow in the Maui Invitational title game. 67-63 the final. UNC able to get the W there. As far as other games going down today in college basketball, or what's been playing here for college basketball throughout today. Dayton Flyers lead Eastern Illinois 51-37. Providence up against Davison 50-44 right now. Nate Watson, he's got 17 points for Providence. Somehow only 1 rebound for the 6'10" center there for PC in that game. Let's see other games. Louisville crushing Western Kentucky 75-54, even though Charles Bassey had 13 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Cardinals able to cruise there. David Johnson, 8 assists. He had 17 points. The big W for the Cards. And Georgetown, disappointing loss, put them in the same L column as Washington. Georgetown loses to Navy today from the Patriot League, 78-71. NBA here, releasing the tentative Christmas Day schedule. Okay, cool. Gonna have to check that out. Let's see. NBA Christmas schedule. Definitely gonna have to check that out. That's great, man. Hey, what's good, Ryan? Welcome in, bud. Thanks so much, brother, for stopping on by. Dayton right now up by 14, looking good against Eastern Illinois. Cat fan thinking that Texas is going to win tomorrow against UNC, 92-82. High-scoring game there. Texas defense been really impressive. I can't believe it. Providence lost by double digits yesterday against Indiana. Couldn't get any offense going on. And then Texas beats Indiana today by 22. It's just mind-boggling here. Texas 66-44 over Indiana. A day after, I thought that Indiana would take the whole Maui Invitational, but no. Indiana just got destroyed today by Texas. So Big 12's got some stacked teams. By the way, Oklahoma State Marquette. Oklahoma State leads tight one, 41-40. Cade Cunningham, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. So let's see our Heat Pelicans at noon. Warriors Bucks at 2:30. Nets Celtics at 5 p.m. Mavs Lakers 8 p.m. And then Clippers Nuggets, the late game there, 10:30. So that's the Christmas games. It looks like. Thanks so much, Bradley, for the update, man. So yeah, Pelicans get the noontime game against the Heat. Wow. And yeah, quite a bit of those games are on ABC, I know. Either ABC or ESPN, I think, for the whole Christmas Day schedule. Oh wow, they released even some of the TV times too for NBA preseason games. So they released some of the TV times for that. Um, yeah, if there's no college on, I might stream like a preseason game for the NBA if some of them are on like national TV, like an ESPN or a TNT, and I'm able to get it. I don't have the league pass here, so it's just ESPN or TNT. Oh, that's cool. Friday, December 18th, they have Nets versus Celtics, ESPN 2. I might stream that one. That's a preseason game, Nets versus Celtics. I don't think there's any like good college games going on that day either. So I'll probably stream that one for Nets Celtics on ESPN 2. Yeah, they got quite a bit of games for the preseason. I'm just taking a look at the schedule for ESPN and TNT. And then the other ones are on locals. And that's just for the preseason. Yeah, those are pretty good games right there that they have. So Pelicans on Christmas. Yeah, so just they left out the Rockets on that whole schedule there. So the Rockets have played the past like couple of Christmases. Yeah, they just left out the Rockets on this year's Christmas schedule. Yeah, they don't have any TV times yet for these games. But if I'm not mistaken, I remember the 2:30 was on ABC. The 5 was on ABC as well, and then the 8 o'clock game was on ABC. Because I remember I called the 12 and the 8, and the 12 was on ESPN, the first game, the early game. So if I'm guessing there, it's not confirmed just yet, but the Pelicans Heat, that game's probably going to be on ESPN. And then the 3 middle ones are on ABC. They usually have done that, and then the late one, the 10:30, I believe, has been over on ESPN before, because they do ABC for the late news after the 8 o'clock. So that's what my guess is to what the 5 Christmas games will be. Hey, what's good, Jomo? Welcome on the channel here, man. He likes Duke here to get the W by this one, by 10 in this one. Welcome back, Jack here. Glad to have you in the channel, man. Of course, Jack's a Pelicans fan out here. Welcome back once again. And Tennessee going to be coming out of quarantine very soon, as they're going to take on, I think, Cincinnati in their season opener. But I think that's going to be another week or another week from now, I think, for them. Yeah, their first season opener. They're going to be one of the last teams to play this year, actually, for Tennessee. They take on Cincinnati on December 12th. So Tennessee's going to be like the last team to log in a game here, I feel like, for this year. Oregon has yet to play so far. Oregon has a couple big games this week, I think. They've been just randomly scheduling teams here because they've been struggling trying to find teams to fit their schedule here for Oregon. Well, their first game against Eastern Washington was postponed, and that's why the Ducks haven't played a single game yet, is because it's just been a nightmare trying to schedule games. But yeah, they take on Missouri tomorrow, then they get Seton Hall on Friday for Oregon before they get Washington on December 12th to start off Pac-12 play. So it looks like Oregon only has 2 non-conference games on their schedule so far. So scheduling's just been a nightmare for some of these teams. And one example of that, Oregon, is a big example of that so far this year. Coy puts out Kentucky going to lose today. They drop out of the top 25 for Coy's prediction there. With a loss this week, Kentucky would drop out of the top 25. It looks like, and you don't want to lose the game on Sunday. That's the one you can't lose, because you take on Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech lost against Mercer and they lost against Georgia State. And that's the team you cannot lose against is Georgia Tech. You can make it close here, though. If you make it close, like lose at the buzzer, or lose a really tight game there against Kansas, then they might have the chance to be ranked or so. All depends on how the other game against Georgia Tech goes, of course, but still a lot of teams trying to improve their resume and waiting upon to get into the top 25. That's the thing. Yeah, Dayton looking good so far, up against Eastern Illinois, 54-39 looks like. Yeah, Richmond Spiders are for real right there. Jason knows it. There's some really good teams out in Atlantic 10 this year. A10 is stacked. Duquesne lost to Little Rock earlier today, and Little Rock is actually pretty good this year. I think they're going to be the favorite for the Sun Belt for Little Rock. They might pull off a first-round upset. Hey, what's good, Braden? Welcome in, man. Right now, we're just at halftime. Pretty good game so far. It's kind of cold shooting in this game, though. A lot of misses so far in this one. But second half starting off in about like 5 minutes from now. Scoreboard update here. Oklahoma State leading Marquette 49-42 the score in that one. Dayton up against Eastern Illinois 57-45. Providence leads Davison 54-47. Jared Bynum, the point guard, he's got 12 points, 5 assists for Providence in that one. Chris, what's good, man? Glad to have you on board here. Of course, he's a huge Sparty fan. Glad to have you on the channel, man. Hope all is well, brother. Yeah, if you can't make threes or free throws, you're going to lose every time. And yeah, URI was in the same boat as Kentucky, Jason, the first 2 games. URI just was horrendous at the free throw line. And they struggled from 3 as well against Boston College. They should have won that game. And then the last 2 games they've won the last 2 games for URI because they've been much better at the free throw line. They won against San Francisco, and San Francisco shocked Virginia. So right now, free throws have been a problem here so far in this one. More so for Michigan State in this game, where they're 4 for 7 at the line. Duke's been pretty solid at the line in this one, 14 for 17, 82%. So looking good right there for Duke in this one. Hey, 17 Clipper, welcome back here, man. BYU couldn't buy a 3. Yeah, I didn't see that game against USC, but I was wondering why they just got destroyed against USC. And BYU, that's what they rely on. Straight up the 3 ball. That's what they rely on. And if Alex Barcelo is cold from the perimeter, then it looks like it's going to be a rough night for BYU. And that's why they were just really struggling today against USC. I was shocked by USC just destroyed them today. Yes, I'll be back later on Kentucky, Kansas. I'm going to do a separate stream, so after this one finishes off, I end this stream, and then I'm going to start the new stream. Is Evan Mobley the real deal? I'm going to say yes there, man. There's so many good young recruits here in this class. And I think Evan Mobley is another good one here. Do I think this year is Gonzaga's year? Yes, I do think so. Right now, most impressive team I've seen so far, it is Gonzaga, by far. So I will take Gonzaga right now over the rest of the field. I've just been so impressed. 2 games so far by Gonzaga. Man, how they just push it up the court. Jalen Suggs is an incredible point guard. He's got tremendous vision, and just how they push it up the court and play so up-tempo. If you get caught sleeping defensively, you are done. And that's what happened in their first 2 games. Kansas slept defensively, allowed 102, and then Auburn multiple times just could not get back in transition and got caught sleeping. And Gonzaga, they're just so athletic. They can run the court each and every time. So we are right back into it, 37-33. Great one so far in this game. More of a defensive type of battle so far tonight in this one, as the 4-point game here. As we are back for the second half. If you guys are new to the channel, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub, ring that notification bell as well. Duke had the ball. They missed the jumper. Rebound Michigan State now as Joey Hauser inside inside the key, gonna float it up. That one's no good. It gets rebounded right back over to Duke. Duke now with the basketball at the top of the key. Jalen Johnson slides over to the right wing perimeter. Back over to the left wing to Wendell Moore. Moore has it over to the left corner to Roach. Passes back outside. Going to take the three straight away. That is way off the mark. No good by Duke. Rebound Michigan State. Spartans have it. Pass up the court here to Henry. Moves it out right corner. They take a three. Got deflected, but they get it right back. They're going to pass over to the top of the key. Back outside once again. Over to number 20, Joey Hauser. Ball poked to the backcourt. Michigan State able to get it right back. Michigan State has it. 18:50 left to go. Rocket Watts dribbles the ball. Slides over to the right corner. Catch and shoot three. They got it. Joshua Langford right there. Good to see that he's able to return and hit some big-time shots as it's a big bucket there. As well as he hits the big jumper. And Michigan State had the basketball right back and they got another one. So 42-33 to score. As Duke has it right again. Takes up the corner. They're going to get the layup. So that's good. Picking up a little bit right now. 42-35. 18-16 left to go. It's Michigan State driving right inside Rocket Watts. Going to get fouled going into the lane there. Clock will stop with 18-16. Hey, what's good, Ben? Appreciate it, man, for stopping on by, bud. Yeah, I actually predicted Michigan State in this one by a couple points. I think in this game. I thought it'd be a really close game. Joshua Langford, a good player. I think he was much better before his injury, when he was much younger. It's been more like right now for him trying to shake off the rust. So yeah, he's struggling right now. He's trying to get like acclimated back to the team. So it's gonna take a while for him to build up. Rocket Watts, both of the free throws going down. Yeah, I predicted in this one, Michigan State 74-69 for my prediction. 18-10 left to go, second half. Duke now with the basketball. They have it top of the key. Into the hands of Jalen Johnson. Haven't heard much about him today, as he's only got 5 points total so far. Johnson drives inside, missed the bucket in there, as it was contested off the layup, and he's going to go, he got fouled, so he's going to go shoot two to the free throw line here and shoot two. Let's see. Would it be down to trade Montrezl Harrell in fantasy here? Also Bradley's man as well. Send me some trade offers there. I'll see if any of them would work out. Feel free to send me a trade offer and I'll see there. I just saw that up here. So will I do the Florida game tomorrow? Unfortunately not, because I think that game's earlier and I get out of work around 4 o'clock or so tomorrow. Both of the free throws, that's the first one no good. The second one is good. 44-36. Tomorrow's Gonzaga, West Virginia, and then Baylor against Illinois for tomorrow. I believe I'm gonna do Florida coming up though. I think it might be on Thursday. Florida against Boston College. I think because I saw the schedule of that and they put that on ESPN. Michigan State just scored underneath right there with a big bucket as Duke has it right back. 10-point game by Michigan State. Duke with the ball. They turn it over as Michigan State's going to have the basketball here. Pass up the court. Dribble left baseline. Rocket Watts floats it up. It's good for two. 48-36 now with 17:20 left to go. Coach K going to take a timeout here. Duke trailing by their largest deficit so far. So we're going to go on a timeout. If you guys are new to the channel, spike that thumbs up. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe button. Or ring that notification bell as well. As I cover play-by-play here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Wow, Michigan State taking control recently in this one. Rocket Watts with a big jumper to left baseline. Cat fans' favorite player in Duke looks like it's Matthew Hurt there. Vaughn laughed so hard today because Real Madrid lost to a team from Ukraine twice. Ouch. Oof. So right now we're just on a timeout here. Michigan State heating up from the floor recently. Rocket Watts, leading scorer. He's got 13. He actually got the start today over Foster Loyer. Foster Loyer started the first 2 games of the season. But Tom Izzo today starting Rocket Watts. 5 for 10 from the floor. Hit a 3-point shot early on in the first half. Leads the way with 13 and 2 assists. 10 points by Aaron Henry. And then off the bench here, Michigan State so far in this game. They've got They've got 22 bench points so far by the Spartans in this one. What's good, Duke fan for life? Welcome in, man. Hopefully, this can be a more competitive game here. I'm shocked that Duke is trailing by 12 here, but I don't expect them to go down without a fight in this one, though. I expect it to be much closer before the final whistle of this one. Yeah, Ant coming back right now, and he's seeing Duke down by 12 currently so far in this one. Duke just cold from the floor recently. Michigan State able to get most of their opportunities lately, and Rocket Watts on a tear recently in this one. So I'll be back later tonight. Kentucky versus Kansas. Feel free to stop on board for that. Quick scoreboard update looks like this. Oklahoma State leading Marquette 52-44. Dayton up against Eastern Illinois 63-52. Providence tight game, 6 minutes remaining. Up against Davison 57-55. Very tight there, actually. Louisville got the W over Western Kentucky 75-54. Navy beat Georgetown 78-71. Georgetown and due for a really rough season here. Hey, what's good, Liam? Welcome in, man. Hope all is well. It's been a long time. Glad to have you on the channel, man, once again. Some really shocking upsets today. Some good teams in the Pac-12. USC, one of them right now, 79-53. Evan Mobley, double-double, 17 and 11 today for him as they destroy BYU in that one. And then, as far as a disappointing Pac-12 team, that would be the Washington Huskies. They lost to UC Riverside today by a lot, 57-42 there. And Washington just looks like they lack talent as far as everything right now for Washington. Just zero explosiveness, and the Huskies are due for a really long season. Yeah, Davison looking solid as well, keeping Texas close, and same right now with Providence. Davison wasn't looking good so far early on against Providence, but Davison has breaking out lately. I caught the early stages of that one, like the first 10 minutes in the first half, and they were getting blown out 22-8. So we're back into it, 48-36 the score. Duke took a three-point shot, is off the mark, and they are cold from the floor. Michigan State with a rebound. They're going to float up another one. That one off the back rim, no good. Tipped up to get the offensive rebound. Hauser, turnaround jumper to Key, puts it up, no good. Hit the rim short, rebound Duke. 16:45 left to go. If you guys are new, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe as I cover play-by-play here. Basketball and behind the arc basketball. Hurt, spin move, couldn't finish. As he tried to get the offensive rebound, couldn't corral it in time. Michigan State gets it right back off the steal in the key. Dish out to the left corner, wide open three. Hauser sinks it. In transition, Michigan State looking good right now, 51-36. And they are on the road at Cameron Indoor for this one. Duke in trouble. They are on a scoring drought. Blue Devils drive inside, lost control of the basketball. But they're going to call a tripping fall here. Late whistle as the clock will stop. It's going to be a fall committed by Michigan State. Nobody guarded Hauser at the left corner, and when you go up against a 40-plus three-point shooter during his time at Marquette, watch out, and Joey Hauser sunk it from the left corner. Louisville going to be in the top 10 with all these upsets, Coy thinks, right now. Oh, man, it's just like last year, so many upsets. We're going to have some more before the week's over. Iowa's played such a weak schedule, but Iowa has the chance to possibly be number one before this week is over, because Baylor and number two there before this week is over, because Baylor has two really just games that they have. So Iowa does have a shot to be number one if something random happens in Baylor versus Gonzaga game, but I think Iowa might have a chance to move up to number two this week. Because Baylor's got really two tough games here. Illinois and Gonzaga this week. 51-36 as Duke missed a three-point shot. Michigan State going to get the basketball. Bounce pass, ball tapped out towards the corner. And Duke's going to have it right back here with 15 and a half left to go. Hey, what's good, Ethan? Welcome in here, man. Appreciate it for stopping on by. Michigan State was trailing by 10 for 1 point in this one early on in the first half, and Michigan State just got the steal there. Michigan State's been red hot as a late. Rocket Watch transition, takes an open three, missed it though, and Duke comes up with rebounds. Duke now with the basketball. Free throw circle, moves over to the left wing, Henry. Pass out on top here to Jalen Johnson. He has been silent throughout this night here for Jalen Johnson. Had a great opening night with 19 and 19. Matthew Hurt has it as he floats it up. It's an air ball. And it's going to go out of bounds. Last tapped out of bounds, though, by Michigan State. So Duke will have it right back. Clock will start with 15:02. Sure, Bradley. Definitely, man. I'll take a look at that during the timeout. So this is all Michigan State right now. They were struggling early on. They were trailing by 10. Nothing was really going on. Michigan State had 10 points in the first 10 minutes in this game. And then as of late here, second half, they had just opened up to a 14-3 run they are on right now through the first 5 minutes here of the second half. So completely 180 here. Great adjustments by Tom Izzo here right out of the gate. Second half, Rocket Watts got 13 points. Aaron Henry got 10, and this team plays with 9 players deep on the roster. Joey Hauser from the bench, he has got 8 points so far with a big triple a couple moments ago, wide open at the left corner. Let's see here what we got opening up my fantasy league here. Let's see. Let's see some Kelly Oubre Jr., Steven Adams. We got for Montrezl Harrell and Michael Porter Jr. right there. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good right there. Boom. I'll go accept that. Yeah, that's pretty even right there. So, I don't know. I like how they play like a lot of minutes or so. So, we'll go on to that. Even though they're both new teams, I think they can cut it out and be able to do some stuff. Yeah, I actually did play fantasy baseball. That was in John's league with John from Off the Wall Hockey with our good friend Seth as well. Seth was the league manager of that, and that was that was a wreck of a league because we started fantasy baseball and we started it like halfway through the season. It was just a wreck of a league. So 51-36 the scores. We're gonna get right back after this timeout here. Oh yeah, man, Kentucky would be stacked this year if Maxey and Quickly stayed. That's what Kentucky's been missing, is just a sharp shooter. If they can find their perimeter threat, they're golden for Kentucky if they're able to build one up throughout the season, and Quickly would have helped out so much if he had stayed. And Duke right now struggling with perimeter shots right there. Both of them, so they got the offensive rebound off the first miss. Both of them off the back rim and out. And it gets rebounded by Michigan State. So that is 0 for 2 right there from the perimeter by Michigan State. Or for Duke. So Michigan State has it right back. Michigan State with it. 14.5 left to go. Pass inside. Ball gets deflected. Duke has it on the floor with it. And the refs are going to call it Duke basketball here as the clock will stop with 14:29. Big heads-up defensive play. Joey Baker got the deflection, got the steal on the floor, and he also was able to take the timeout. Yeah, Louisville would be ranked after that if they beat Wisconsin. What's good, Alex? Welcome in, man, for stopping on by. So much talk to the Lakers sign Giannis there just to add in another key piece. So, of course, Alex, a Lakers fan, praying out for that one. Bruins lover here with Liam. Who am I rooting for? I'm not a fan of either of these teams. But if I had to go predict this one, I actually predicted Michigan State in this one. So I predicted Michigan State in this game, 74-69. I predicted Kentucky in the next one later tonight, 76-73. So all Michigan State right now, 14.5 remaining. My predictions for tomorrow, Gonzaga over West Virginia, 81-70 And then Baylor over Illinois. What should be a great game. I predict Baylor there, 82-80 over Illinois for tomorrow. So back after the timeout, Duke now trying to get something clicking offensively with the basketballs. They have it inside the post shot fake as they will put it up. That's good off the glass for 2 by Jamin Brakefield, able to get that one. So 13-point game. Michigan State now with the basketball. This is part of a 14-5 second half here for the Spartans. Yeah, I got big opening week 1. Week 1 against Braden here for a big opening night in the Fantasy Basketball League. Hey, what's good, J.R. Thomas? Welcome in, man, for stopping on by. Devin Askew puts out good perimeter shooter here, mostly on catch-and-shoot situations, and Davion Mintz as well. The transfer from Creighton, but B.J. Boston has to be better. I agree. Kentucky just needs to find some more perimeter threats. That's how they can definitely be dangerous this year. Michigan State left corner 3. They took it. It's off the mark. No good. Tapped out of bounds by Marcus Bingham. It's going to go right back over to Duke. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the Fantasy Baseball League that we had going on. Because there was like a pitching rule that you can only do like 10, you can only start the pitcher 10 times, and a couple people started the pitcher like way more than 10 times, and they get the points awarded to them for that week. So the rule wasn't, it was enforced in the description, but it wasn't like enforced in the actual like ESPN league towards the points. 13:28 left to go. Duke had it, and they turned it over on a tie-up here. Michigan State basketball. What am I going to stream Thursday? I think probably both of those, because I think those are the 7 and 9:30 games. So I probably going to do both of those games on Thursday. UConn, USC. That should be a good one. And then Florida, BC right after that. Hey, thanks so much, Duke fan for life. Really appreciate it, my man. Glad to have you on the channel once again, bud. Michigan State has it. At the top of the key, takes the 3, and that's going to be an air ball. Rocket Watts can again, and Michigan State saves it, though, right there. Malik Hall able to get at the baseline, put it back into the hands of Hauser. Over to Henry now. Henry bounce pass inside over to Hall, backs his way into the post, turnaround jumper, no good, hit the front rim, as it was contested by Baker. Clock will stop with 13 minutes. And Joey Baker, the one who actually picked up the foul. Late whistle by the refs, that's the 3rd personal here by Joey Baker, as well as the 3rd team foul here in the second half for Duke. And it's going to send Malik Hall shooting 2 at the free throw line. Welcome in here, Keith. Glad to have you in the stream, man. Hello here. Welcome to the channel. Bo Heels, what's good here for stopping them by? First free throw, Malik Hall knocks it down. 52-38 to score. But of course, this performance for Duke here, really young team. They're in the same boat as Kentucky. What you got to watch out for the rest of the season is improvement. There's probably going to be some L's in their resume that they're not going to expect, like maybe a loss against Boston College or so, or maybe one against Virginia Tech, against a team like that. But improvement is the big key here throughout the entire series for a very young team like Duke, as Duke missed the shot, rattled out to get the basketball right back. They are trailing by 15. They missed the 3 straight away, and Michigan State gets the rebounds. Michigan State able to take control of the second half here, 16-5. Spartans looking to add more at the top of the key with Joey Hauser. Hauser pass over to the right corner, the Lawyer. They play 9 players deep for this Michigan State team. And they rotate, which is a big key here. Nice spin move into the key by Hauser. And he gets fouled and going to go to the free throw line. Shoot 2 is Joey Hauser. Clock will stop with 12:16. For sure, Keith. Thanks so much, man, for finding my channel. Really appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. You can add in your friend Dean here. Ethan here saw somebody saying Virginia Tech is a top 8 team in college basketball because of one good game against Villanova. No, I'm not buying Virginia Tech just yet. Not at all. Virginia Tech is a really young team as well. And I feel like Villanova just had a terrible late stage of that game. And Virginia Tech's going to have that game. And they had that game this year where they pull off the upset. They had that game last year against Michigan State, where they pulled off the upset. And then after that, they just had a down season in ACC play. So 54-38 the score. Duke now has it. 12 minutes left to go as Michigan State 1 for 2 that trip at the free throw line. Duke takes the 3. They knock it down. That is what they need there. A sharpshooter from the outside. And Jordan Goldwire, the senior here, able to see if he can get a little bit of momentum heading towards Duke's way. Michigan State almost lost control of the basketball right at the half-court logo, but able to put it back into the hands of Hauser. Pass over to Lawyer here, top of the key. Lawyer dribbles towards his left, bounce pass over. They're going to take a deep 3. It's no good off the mark. Michigan State, they get the offensive rebound, though. Joey Hauser with it now at the right wing. Hauser turns the corner at the free throw circle, passes out, ball deflected out of bounds by Duke. Clock will stop with 11:27, 3 in the shot clock as Michigan State's going to get it right back. Oh, yeah, for sure. Vegas, definitely excited for this year to end and become 2021. Alex puts out, can I stream Iowa on Thursday? Unfortunately not, because Iowa's not on ESPN on Thursday. I think they're on the Big Ten Network, and unfortunately I don't have the Big Ten Network in my Sling package. So we're going to go to a timeout now, 54-51. The score in this one, 13-point game, 11.5 left to go. If you guys are new in the stream, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well here. Yeah, I think Virginia Tech's like a 1 or 2 week wonder, basically, to the top 25, and that's it. Yeah, they'll be replaced soon by like a San Diego State or like a St. Louis in the top 25. Or Stanford too has been on the up. How they've been playing. I'm interested to know how Stanford's gonna keep on playing this year, because they had a great start last night against Alabama. Stanford got, let's see here, yeah, Alabama got UNLV. And yeah, Stanford had that tight game against UNC today. Did I cut cable? I didn't have cable to start with at my house. I invested in Sling because Sling gets me like the live sports and stuff, and it's only $1 a month. Yeah, 2021 will be fantastic, everybody thinks, but Ethan doesn't think so. Be better than 2020, just 2021, not live up to expectations. I hope 2021 will be much, much better. Hey, what's good, Derek? Appreciate it, man, for stopping on by. Welcome to the channel, bud. Right now, we're just on a timeout. Michigan State looking solid here, 54-51. After struggling early in the first 10 minutes, they really turned on the Jets recently in this one. I would probably go with Aaron Eulis there for favorite freshman for Iowa. Looks like for Alex. So Tyler Eulis' brother. Hey, what's good? Cheese Sports City. Hope all is going well with your stream as well, man. Glad to have you stopping by. By the way, quick couple of scoreboard updates. Oklahoma State now breaking out against Marquette as Oklahoma State leads by 10, 63-53 in the final 2 minutes. Dayton, close game against Eastern Illinois, 66-63 in that one. Providence, tight game, 18 seconds left to go. They cannot let that one slip as they're up by 1 against Davison in the final 18 seconds. So we'll keep you guys posted on that one. (54-41), we're back after the timeout. Hauser with the basketball for Michigan State. Pass over to the left wing. Henry took a 3, no good off the back rim and out. Rebound Duke. Blue Devils now with the basketball after a timeout. Duke dish inside underneath as they're going to put it up, and it's good. Jalen Johnson able to finally make some noise in that one. So he's able to get the reverse handle layup up and in off the glass. Jalen Johnson now, he has got 8 points in this game so far. Michigan State takes up fast up the court. They commit the offensive foul. Rocket Watts runs over a Duke defender right into the post. Blue Devils will get the ball back with 11 minutes left to go. Got 35 people out here. If you guys are new, spike that thumbs up. Let's go. Hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell here. As they cover play-by-play here, basketball and Behind the Arc basketball. 11 minutes even. Duke now has it top of the key. Rocket Watch just picked up his third personal from Michigan State. Into the hands of Stewart. Had a great opening night game as he's able to get past the defense. Couldn't hit home the easy layup, though. Too strong off the glass as he was able to slip by the defense. And now Michigan State able to slip by him. Terrible pass thrown over the top right there. Trying to go for the alley-oop, but they hit the top of the backboard. But Michigan State's going to have it right back. At the top of the key to Henry. Henry turns the corner, past the left baseline. We get a foul here picked up. It's on Duke by number 14, Jordan Goldwire. Yeah, Dayton, that's awesome, man. Winning against Eastern Illinois today, 66-63. So, tight game there. It was a much further deficit earlier on in that game. Looks like Eastern Illinois made quite a comeback, but Dayton still able to close it out to get their first victory. Providence, two seconds left to go, and Davison took a timeout, so we'll keep you guys posted there. Providence up by 1, 63-62. Michigan State leads by 11, got the ball. That's going to be a drive inside. He missed a layup, but a little bit of help right there off the tip in, as that is good for 2 more by the Spartans there. Able to get some help out. Julius Marble able to get the tip in, and he's a perfect 4 for 4. 10 minutes remaining. Yeah, Michigan almost lost against Oakland back on Sunday night. That would have been an embarrassing loss. Yeah, Michigan still... Michigan dropped out of the top 25 because of that. And Ohio State almost lost against UMass Lowell, and Ohio State took the last 3-4 minutes and won that one. Providence leads by 1 with 1 second left to go, Vegas. Jalen Johnson takes it to the hoop, up and in off the glass. That's good. Providence leads 63-62 with 1 second remaining over on ESPN2. So we welcome back Jackson here. Yeah, Michigan State doing big things here in the second half. Michigan State with in transition. Big dunk. Cuts behind the defense towards the left baseline, and Michigan State throws it down with Julius Marble, and he's got 12 today so far on this one. That's a career high from Marble. Duke has the ball, top of the key. Hands it over to Wendell Moore. Moore now has it, spin move, free throw circle, pass out to the left wing. Roach dribbles inside, dishes over to Hurt, but the ball gets tipped up in traffic. Duke gets it off the steal right back. Hurt missed the slam dunk, second chance. Puts it up, and before that foul call here, it's going to be on Michigan State. Clock will stop with 9:11 left to go. Hey, what's good, Jeffrey? Welcome in here once again, man. Hope all is well. Jack here, he's been retired in 2020. Actually, hadn't been that bad here. He stays home all the time. There you go. I wish I could have a work from home thing for my regular day job, because there's been a couple times here that we've been at risk during my actual job. And one of the people that I work with, he tested positive a week ago, and he's having a lot of trouble right now. And he's I think he's in his late 30s or early 40s. He's having a lot of trouble. He's trying to shake it off, and he can't. Both of the free throws go down at the line, 58-47 to score. Duke puts it to an 11-point game. By the way, Davison has lost 2 games now by 3 points combined. They lost to Texas yesterday by 2. And Davison just lost to Providence by 1. 63-62 the final. Providence has just won against Davison. Nate Watson, 22 points for the 6'10" big man for PC today. He only got 3 rebounds, though, for Nate Watson. Michigan State has it. So that game is gone. Final. Providence is won by 1 point. They'll take on the winner of Alabama UNLV tomorrow. Michigan State has it. Top of the key. Hauser moves over to the free throw circle. Malik Hall loses control of the basketball. Stolen away here by Duke. Duke with transition 3-on-2 as they're going to go put it up inside into the lane. No good. Hit the rim short. Fight for the rebound underneath. Scrum for the basketball. Looks like a Duke player is on it, as it will be Duke possession arrow. Clock will stop with 8:33. Let's see, Dayton's leading scorers today. Ibby Watson had 16. He was the 6th man off the bench last year. Chase Johnson got 14. Crutcher with 13. Shamunga 10. And Chapman with 9 today for Davison, looks like. Yeah, it definitely hits people differently. It's really odd. I was reading a story. It was like a 19-year-old that passed away from Liberty University because it affected his neurological system. 8:20 left to go. 8 on the shot clock here. Duke down by 11 to get the basketball. Gonzaga's ranked number 1. As Duke dribbled inside, and the ref's going to blow the whistle here. Call Wendell Moore on a travel, as Michigan State's going to have it right back. So Duke with a turnover there, and that is Duke's 10th turnover of the game so far. Off a travel there by Wendell Moore. Yeah, Texas really impressive with their defense. I can't believe that they beat Indiana by 22 there. Hey, what's good, Matt? Welcome to the channel here. He's going out for Duke in this one. Duke's down by 11. Currently, still quite a bit of time left to go. 8:15 remaining. What's good, Tyrone? Welcome on board, man. Once again, as the refs actually reversed that after the call. It's going to be, at first, the initial call was travel by Duke, but now they put it to be Duke possession here underneath the rim. So it's going to be Duke basketball coming up. So Duke going to get the inbound. 8:15 left to go. Bounce pass underneath over to Hurt. Ball gets tapped out of bounds by the Spartans. So we'll try this a second time. As Duke will get another inbound coming up. Aiden, welcome on board. Hope all is well here. Hello. Wow, Vegas didn't lose power. I wasn't even sure if I was going to stream this game. I just got power back like 1.5 hours before I started streaming this one. Duke takes inside off the dribble drive. Missed opportunity as they missed the layup too high off the glass by Roach. Yeah, we had like 60, 65 mile per hour winds. It was crazy. Michigan State has it right back, top of the key. Spartans pass over, ball gets stolen away by Duke. Nobody to take on Jordan Goldwire behind him defensively, and Goldwire leads to an easy layup right there, as that is good for 2, up and in off the backboard. 58-49 with 7:40 left remaining. Michigan State has it at the right wing perimeter. That is actually not Joey, because I know I've seen Liam in a couple other streams before for NHL, so it's actually not Joey. Right corner perimeter. Duke has it. Michigan State just got a layup right there back off the inbound. Quick layup. Duke able to get around the defense. Goldwire once again. He's got 4 points right there for Goldwire in the past 40 seconds. As he turns the corner, lays it up and in. It's a 9-point game. 7 minutes left to go. Michigan State now with the basketball. Rocket Watts has it top of the key. Moves over to the right wing into the hands of Hauser. Pass over right corner. Langford takes the 3. Gets blocked. He gets it right back. Back over to the top here to Watts. Watts has it straight away. Top of the key as he dribbles. Watts looking to take the 3. Instead, he's going to dribble. Take a 2. Nice touch. Hits that at the left elbow right there. That is good by Rocket Watts. 62-51 the score. 6.5 left remaining here. Duke now has it. Trailing by 11. Duke at the top. Moves over to Johnson. Johnson slides it over underneath the defense over to Hurt. Hurt puts it up. Hit the front rim. No good by Hurt right there, as he was way short. And Michigan State, great defense right there, grabs the rebound. Spartans have the basketball back. Rocket Watts around the perimeter dribbling as we approach 6 minutes left to go. Watts at the top of the key. Watts dribbles towards his left. Takes a 3. Up in the air over Hurt. No good. Fight for the rebound, and the ball is going to get tapped out of bounds. Last touch, I believe it's going to be out of bounds, but the Blue Devils clock will stop here with 5:58 left to go. Alright, so right now, just in a timeout here in just a moment. Let's see what we got. Jalen Crutcher today for Dayton had an on and off game. Dayton still won though. Bench barely scored. If the bench gets involved more and Jalen Crutcher gets going, yeah, this team could be dangerous there for Dayton for this season. I think they got a really young bench there for the Flyers, so it's probably going to take some time for Dayton's bench for this season. Yeah, hopefully that should be a good matchup there, Jackson. Michigan State and Iowa. Really hope so, man. So right now we're on a timeout here. 62-51 the score in this game, and Michigan State defensively holding Duke in this one to 31% shooting from the floor. It's been rough here in the second half trying to make shots. Michigan State had a rough first part of the first half through the first 10 minutes, but man, they picked it up ever since in this game. If you like 3-point shots, well, this ain't the game to join in for today because there's only been 7 3-point shots total out of 36 attempts from the floor in this one. Michigan State 5 for 20 from the outside. Duke is 2 for 16. Currently, we're going to take a look scoreboard updates. Providence just knocked off Davidson 63-62, so PC now 2-1 to start the season. Dayton winners over Eastern Illinois 66-63. Oklahoma State just beat Marquette 70-62 to final, so Oklahoma State looking good as they get another W to their resume. And as far as other games going on, we'll take a look, see what we got here. Navy beat Georgetown today, 78-71, and also Washington lost against UC Riverside. So Georgetown and UC Riverside, power conference teams going down today against mid-majors. And yeah, you never want to lose against a team from the Patriot League or like a team out in the Big West, and that is a problem there for both of those teams. So I'll be back after this one as well. Separate stream I'll start out. And it's going to be Kentucky versus Kansas. So feel free to stop on board for that one as well. And Kentucky versus Kansas tips off, I think, like 25 minutes from now or so. Yeah, it's been a much better stream here without any of those for sure. Yeah, probably just by like name recognition for Maryland and Louisville, because like they're always in the tournament like every year, and seem to do well like every season in the regular season. So that's probably why Louisville and Maryland gets like so much hype or so. Even though both of the teams lost so much in the offseason. As we are back into it, 62-51 the score. Michigan State now with the basketball up by 11 with 5:45 left to go. They have it into the hands of Henry. Drives inside, puts it up, no good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebound Goldwire here for Duke. Lost control of the basketball. Michigan State with a steal. Nobody to guard, and they're going to throw it down right there with a right-handed flush. Aaron Henry, pickpocket. Right there in the backcourt, able to convert into points off of turnovers with 5.5 left remaining, and this has been a struggle for Duke here in this one. Duke got up early, but after this, they just shot brick after brick from the floor. Duke pass inside. They're going to call a whistle here. It's going to be on Michigan State as the clock will stop with 5:18. I'm going to take Kentucky in that one today. So 76-73, I predict Kentucky with a bounce-back game to get the victory over Kansas. Yeah, Duke with 11 turnovers today. It's going to lead to free throws here at the line. Michigan State just picked up their 7th, so Duke will now be in the bonus 1-1 at the line. First free throw. They got it. Matthew Hurt hits it. Jose here, he is home right now. Going to charge his phone. No problem, man. Glad to see that you're home, man. Second free throw coming up by Duke at the line. Matthew Hurt hits it. 64-53 now. 5:15 left to go. Michigan State with the basketball. Rocket Watts takes it past half court. Moves over to Hauser. Bounce pass to the top here to Henry. Henry drives inside. Floats it up with the right hand. No good, but fight for the rebound. And Duke's going to have this one back off the glass. Rebound Duke. Pushes over to the right corner. They're going to need to start making some threes and converting on those. As Duke takes a three, and that will not help. Air ball way over the rim right there, and it goes right back into the hands of Sam Hauser. Joey Hauser right after that, as that was a complete air ball from the outside right there by Duke. So 40 rebounds today for Michigan State, plus 8 on the boards. As Michigan State dribbles with the basketball inside, and Duke will pick up a foul here. That's going to be their 7th. It's going to send Michigan State to the free throw line. Hey, what's good, Connor? Welcome in here. Hope all is well. Glad to have you on the channel, man. Awesome. Tommy Destroyer, welcome in here as well. NC Base, welcome in. How do I see Duke and UNC this year? I actually predicted Duke second in the ACC behind Virginia, and then North Carolina fourth in the ACC. And Florida State was third in that grouping. So I had Virginia, Duke, Florida State, UNC, all like top 15 teams there. And I think Duke's gonna get much better throughout the course of the season. Same boat as Kentucky, two really young teams that's gonna be much improved throughout conference play. Michigan State bounce pass underneath over to Hauser, as he will go for a mid-range turnaround jumper. He has got it for two. 66-53 to score. Michigan State locked in. They are looking good. They play with 9 players deep in this roster. They share the basketball. Elliot, welcome on the channel, man. He lost with Dayton here, 1, and then Toledo. He needs Kansas in the next game, it looks like. As I'll be streaming that one. Separate stream. 3.5 left remaining in this one. 66-53. Michigan State also get the steal. Rocket Watts has it the right corner. Watts now with the basketball. Watts still dribbling. He's slowing down tempo here. He is guarded by Hurt. Watts still dribbles around the perimeter. Watts dribble drive inside on Hurt. Floats it up. No good. Fight for the rebound. Tapped out of bounds. It's going to be tapped out of bounds by Rocket Watts and Michigan State. So Duke will have it back. Timeout on the floor taken here with 3:16 left to go in the second half. So this looking like Michigan State's game right now, as Duke is just hasn't been able to put together a sharp shooting performance at all. They've been well at the free throw line, 19 for 23, but today only 2 for 17 from the perimeter, and just a nightmare trying to score inside in this Michigan State defense. And they got some players here with height for Michigan State on this roster. 9 players deep here for Michigan State. They got on this roster for Marcus Bingham Jr., Malik Hall, quite a bit of forwards here, Kithier, Hauser, and today they showed up, and Rocket Watts, the leading player to score here. He's got 17 points by Rocket Watts. Aaron Henry, Julius Marbo, both with 12, and Joey Hauser got 11 points and leading rebounder with 9. Hey, thanks so much, Elliot. Appreciate it, man. He put 400 on Creighton to cover the 20 there. That's great, dude. Creighton just destroyed it today. Vaughn picked Kansas to win there. We'll see if Vaughn's bet holds up or if mine holds up. I actually picked Kentucky in that one later today by 3, 76-73. Do I separate streams? Yes, I separate streams, so I'll be ending this one after it finishes, and then I'll start up a new stream like 5 minutes later. I have to change the scoreboard and the titles and everything and put up the new thumbnail, and then make sure to ring the notification bell so you guys know when I do have the new stream. If we have to join in progress or so, we might be a little bit late because it might go on like right after this one since they're on at separate courts. Usually the Champions Classic is on at the same court, but not this year. They play at separate courts. So yeah, I separate every single game they do. I separate them for the streams for the teams. Welcome on the channel here, Michael E. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, Jalen Johnson hasn't got many minutes today in this one. Matthew Hurt leading the way for Duke with 16, but it's just been a struggle here. DJ Stewart's had an off game. Yet to hit a shot from the floor, 0 for 6, 6 points all at the free throw line. He had a great game of the season opener, 24 against Coppin State. There we go. He's cracking it open tonight with Elliot. And he's rolling up as well there, looks like. We've got 50 people out in the chat here, guys. If you're new in the stream, feel free to spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I cover play-by-play here, college basketball games, NBA games as well. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball, so feel free to be a part here to play-by-play sports community. Let me know down in the chat below who you got in this one, who you're rooting for. If you're a Michigan State fan or a Duke fan, let me know if you haven't already done so down in the chat below. So we're back after the timeout right now. Matthew Hurt going to the free throw line for Duke. As time is winding down here in this game, 3:16 left to go on the clock. Free throws coming up. Inside the bonus by Matthew Hurt. First free throw on the 1-and-1 knocks it down. So he'll have a second free throw coming up here by Hurt at the line. Yeah, Rocket Watts has missed 11 shots today, and Henry has missed 13, and just a testament to how well Michigan State has done here just stopping Duke. Duke's had a lot of uncharacteristic turnovers, as well as both of the free throws go down. Approaching 3 minutes left to go. Michigan State with it. So they get it past the double team. Hauser passes over to the right corner. Back over to Hauser here at the right wing. And moves it over to the top into the hands of Henry. Henry dribble drive inside as he puts it up. And there's going to be a blocking foul called here as the clock will stop with 2:55. Henry able to get that bucket as well. They count the bucket. Aaron Henry for 2. Goldwire commits the foul as he was trying to take the charge. And they called a blocking foul on Duke, and Henry will go to the free throw line, shoot 1. $14 points tonight by Aaron Henry, looking to add 15. He couldn't, though, as it goes off the back rim, rebound Duke. 13-point game, under 3 minutes left to go. Duke basketball. They have it at the right wing of the perimeter into the hands of Moore. Moore pass over left corner, almost sailed over the hands of Goldwire, able to snag that one, though, at the left corner. They move it over to Moore once again. Pass over to the top of the key to Stewart. Back over to Goldwire. Dribble drive inside as he could not convert and missed the layup. He was knocked down. Big defensive play right there as Joey Hauser able to get the rebound. And he's got a double-double today. Michigan State now with the basketball right back. 2:20 left to go. 11-10 by Joey Hauser and Michigan State. He's averaging 12.5 both sides here for points and rebounds heading into this game for Joey Hauser. Slowing down tempo, Henry at the top of the key. Henry, deep 2, takes it. No good off the mark. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be Duke that comes out with it with 2 minutes approaching. Blue Devils hand it over to the left wing to Brakefield. Pass over to the top here. Goldwire flings it back out to the right wing. Duke takes a 3. Wide open, but way off the mark by Wendell Moore. They get the offensive rebound, though. Deep 3 taken Stewart. That is way off the mark. Offensive rebound once again. Duke able to put it up and in. Brakefield gets that one, and he gets the foul call as well as Jamin Brakefield. Good to go to the free throw line and shoot the and 1 coming up. So, minute 47 left to go. Brakefield shooting the and 1 at the line. And yeah, feel free to join me back for the late game after this one. It's going to be on a separate stream, so make sure you ring that notification bell so you know when I go back to live streaming here. It's going to be Kentucky-Kansas right after this one. Free throw, good at the line, hits the and 1, 10-point game. Michigan State going to get the inbound. Hauser passes it over now into the hands of Henry in the backcourt. 1:45 on the clock, 10-point Michigan State lead. Aaron Henry with the basketball as he takes it past the half-court logo. He's double-teamed as Stewart is in there, and he's going to move it over back to the right wing to Hauser. 1.5 minutes left to go. Hauser double-teamed as they push it to the right baseline. Hall, pro-hop, passes over left corner. It's wide open. Was a lawyer there, but still going to dribble with the basketball. Elect not to take the 3 as he's going to let the shot clock run down to 2. Takes the 3. No good. Roll around the rim and out. They get the huge offensive rebounds, but they're going to call a foul call. Looks like it's on Michigan State from behind. So Michigan State from behind picks up the foul on the rebound. Clock will stop with 1:15 left to go. And Duke here will go to the double bonus, as Michigan State now has picked up their 10th personal in the second half. So double bonus here for Duke. Ouch, yeah, that is rough. 0 for 16 between Moore and Stewart. That's really rough there, especially for Wendell Moore, because he is one of the players expected to take a big step up for this season, and they're going to need him a ton. And they just couldn't get him going at all in this game. Hey, thanks so much, Ethan. Really appreciate it, man, for stopping in by, and I'll see you later, bud. Free throws here at the line by Duke. First free throw. That one is up, and that one is good. At the free throw line, puts it 1-9. Hauser going to take a seat on the bench now for Michigan State. Second free throw coming up by Duke, and that one no good. Missed it at the line there by Roach. A rebound Michigan State with 1:10 left to go. So they have it in the backcourt here. Henry with the basketball. He takes it past half court with 1:06 left to go on the clock. 9-point Michigan State lead as he is swarmed. Passes over to Lawyer here at the right wing. Dribbles at the Coach K court logo. Lawyer able to get around the defense. Still dribbling as they yet to foul. And Duke will, as Duke picks up the foul there with 55.2 on the clock. So let's see here. Vaughn decided the timeline. Start his channel maybe March of 2021 or August of 2021. Yeah, whenever you want to do so, man, just feel free to start it up. If you want to start it up, if you want to start it up this month, dude, feel free to do that. You should definitely start up in 2020. That'd be cool for you to start it up here before the year ends, man. Instead of having to wait there. First free throw, Foster Lawyer knocks it down. Second shot at the line, and that one no good. Rolled around the rim and out. Rebound Duke. 10-point game to 50 seconds left to go. Duke drives inside, and we will have another call. Here's it's picked up with 50 seconds even. It's going to stop the clock. Both of these teams actually in the double bonus. And it was on Jordan Goldwire. He went straight through into Foster Lawyer. Foster Lawyer, the one who took the charge. So Foster Lawyer took the charge, and offensive foul by Duke. Michigan State will get it right back. Michigan State with it. Lawyer with the basketball. Double teamed, and Duke's going to pick up the foul here. 4.5 seconds drew off that possession. Clock will stop with 45.5. So back to the free throw line. Foster Lawyer here is Michigan State looking to close this one out. They'll go to 3-0, and they've been impressive so far this season. They're going to add to their resume their second Power Conference victory here for this season for MSU. They got a big game coming up, I believe, next week against Virginia. And this will be their third W. All they have to do, hold on to the final 45.5 with wins over Eastern Michigan, Notre Dame on Saturday, and their first road victory coming at Cameron Indoor if they can close this one out. Lawyer, though, missed the first one. Double bonus, second free throw. Hit that one. Got a 70 spot on the board here, able to hold Duke to 59. Duke will get the inbound, 45.5 remaining. Inbound by Roach, and they're going to take it past half court with Moore. Wendell Moore hands it over now as they're going to slide it over to the left wing. Duke takes the three, and they hit it from the perimeter. Duke with a perimeter triple. That's only their third of the game right there as a timeout's taken on the court as well. 70-62. The score with 36.3 left to go. So Jeremy Roach able to get that one down from the left wing perimeter. 8-point game. Matthew Hurt tallied a double-double today. So lone bright spot at Duke. He had 18 points, 13 rebounds. Perfect 8 for 8 at the free throw line. And then from Michigan State, Rocket Watts led the team in scoring. He missed 11 shots and he still scored 17. And Henry today, he missed 14 shots. He still scored 14. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that flagrant foul call earlier. A lot of the flagrants, like, early in these games, it's just let them play on. Like, it was like a late whistle. It was well after the play. Way after the play. I'd rather just have them let these guys play on. They assessed one of Jalen Suggs. I think it was in the Kansas game they assessed one to Jalen Suggs. Just that was just an absolute terrible call. Why they assessed one to him. He's just getting fired up. They didn't need to assess that at all. Yeah, I'm interested to see what you look like sometime, Vaughn. Maybe I'll do a Zoom call with all you guys someday, and maybe we'll see. We'll do a nice Zoom call someday with the Mod Squad. 33 seconds remaining. Michigan State get the ball in the inbound as they were trapped in the corner with it. And they put it off a Duke player. Went out of bounds by Duke. So 33 seconds left to go. Michigan State's going to get the inbound once again. So Duke was trying to force a turnover. Couldn't get it though. They'll try to inbound it once again. Michigan State looks to pass it. Before that though, Tom Izzo takes a timeout. So Michigan State down to 2 timeouts left to go. Duke with none left in their pocket right now. So we have 33 seconds remaining. Yeah, Michigan State looking like they're going to get the W, improve to 3-0. What's good, King Jacob? Welcome on, man. Not looking good for Duke now either. I think they're going to get much better and better throughout the course of the season, but I wouldn't be shocked if they get some upset losses this year to some random teams in the ACC, like Boston College picks off Duke this year. Maybe Virginia Tech. Clemson will probably do it once again. Yeah, usually somebody shows the game, especially for the Champions Classic. Usually, I think that happened last year. Somebody was showing the game, and then I remember they took down the stream, and a bunch of people got dumped into my stream last year. Hot hand in this one. It has been Rocket Watts in this game. He's got 17 points. He's missed 11 shots though in this game for Rocket Watts. Joey Hauser has a double-double. He's done great inside today for Joey Hauser. 4 for 6 from the floor for Joey Hauser. He's got 11 points, 10 rebounds. Michigan State got the inbound after the timeout. They took it up the court, and they got fouled here, so Michigan State going to head back to the free throw line. So yeah, I'm going to take probably a 5-10 minute break, and then I'll schedule the stream, and then start the next game after that one with Kentucky, Kansas, right after this. As we are winding down right now into this one. So we're gonna have free throw shots coming up. 27 seconds left to go. So 27.2 left to go on the clock. Yep, looking like an L for this one for Duke right now. Michigan State trying to close it out. Final 27.2. Yep, looks like Goody got the pick right as well. Same as Ty. Actually, my prediction might be close. It's closing in on my prediction actually. Let's see. I write down all mine on notes. I had yeah, actually not as close. But I had Michigan State by 5, 74-69. So yeah, 70-60 is kind of in the ballpark. First free throw, no good at the line by Michigan State. Second shot, that one's up, that one's through. Up by 9 here in the final 24 seconds. Duke now with the basketball. Hurt's going to take a 3. He banks it. That is good for the triple. So he puts it within 6 right now. 19 seconds left to go. And Michigan State with the inbound right there. They're going to call a turnover by Michigan State right after they try to inbound it. So Duke here, they get the 3-point shot. They're going to get the basketball as well with 19 seconds left to go. Pass underneath Duke. With it, and Michigan State going to get called for a foul here. Clock will stop with 17.9. So yeah, a little bit of momentum changer right there. Duke still trailing. That was a huge 3-point shot off the bank from the top of the key by Matthew Hurt. He's going to have to be huge this season for Duke. Him, and they're going to have to expect a ton more from Wendell Moore, as Duke will be in a double bonus here, shooting 2 at the line. Jalen Johnson only with 10 today in this game. Haven't seen him on the court that much today for Jalen Johnson. First free throw, got it. So he's got 11 now. Foster Lawyer checks back into the game for Michigan State. Heading out right now, number 44 for the Spartans. Gabe Brown heads towards the bench. Second free throw, no good. Johnson missed the rebound, Michigan State. And Duke will pick up the foul from behind with 16.5. So, Foster Lawyer, he'll head right back over to the free throw line in this one where he's 2 for 4. Actually, Michigan State today at the free throw line is really cold. Usually, free throws determine games. But Michigan State today, 57%. That is it. They've missed 9 free throws. They're 12 for 21 today at the line. So, it's going to be... Actually, it's number 25 here. Malik Hall is going to be shooting at the line. So, he's 4 for 6. First one. That one's up. That one's through. Hey, what's good, Santino? Appreciate it, man, for stopping on by. Let's take a look here. I'll update you on the score right now. Nebraska with their game going on. Let's see. That game just started recently, so I'll take a look at that. Second free throw knocks it down. 73-66 the score. Malik Hall with a double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds. Duke takes a 3. No good. It's off the mark. Michigan State comes up with a rebound fall with 7.3 seconds. 22-19, South Dakota leading Nebraska with 7:30 left to go in the first half. So Nebraska early on, 7.5 left to go in the first half, trailing right now by 3 points. So Michigan State heading right back to the free throw line coming up. I had predicted here 74-69, so really close actually. First free throw, got it by Rocket Watts. I predicted Michigan State actually. So yeah, I predicted the right one. 74-69 Michigan State. But somebody predicted Duke would. Yeah, somebody did predict in the chat 71-66 Duke. Yeah, mine was pretty close too. 75-66. Both free throws go down by Rocket Watts, and Duke now with the basketball. 3 seconds. They take a 3 straight away. They got it. They hit that 69 marker right there with 0.7 left to go on the clock. So Michigan State inbound coming up. And that's it. That will be the ball game right there. So Michigan State surviving this one. They are 3-0 to start off this season. Second Power Conference victory right there as MSU is able to get the W. Holding on Duke. Impressive victory for Michigan State defensively here was a big key for MSU. They were down by 10 early on. Didn't quit. Able to get the win right out of that one for Michigan State as they improve. So thank you guys so much for stopping on by here. Everybody, man, my prediction was actually so close. Crazy. They just hit that one extra free throw, man. Next one I predict Kentucky will win 76-73 over Kansas. We'll see if that one lives. I'm going to stop this stream, and then I'll head over about 5-10 minutes from now with Kentucky versus Kansas. So make sure you ring that notification bell so you do know when I go live in about 5 to 10 minutes from now. Have to change the scoreboard, and then I'll be back in a little bit. Before you sign off, spike that thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Thanks so much for stopping by, everybody, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball, everyone. And yes, Providence won today. They won by 1 point, able to hold on against Davidson. So Providence just barely able to survive right by Davison in that one earlier today. And I'm going to see if I can bring up that final score here. 63-62. Providence won in that one. So that's a wrap here, everybody. See you back in the late game in a couple minutes here. Kentucky versus Kansas, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball. Enjoy the rest of your night.